Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Pure Crochets, and on today's tutorial we are creating this beautiful summer dress with beautiful detail at the waist and also at the bottom of the dress. This is the close-up of the dress. Kindly subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I love reading your comments, so comment on what you think about this dress.
Oh, that's nice.
This
Stay
is
there.
how the back looks. It's a bare back, so it's very airy, it's not hot. And I used cotton yarn, so it's really soft and it feels nice on the skin. All right, this is how the front looks. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, so let's get started. We are using milk cotton yarn, and this is 50 grams. I used 9 of these, and I am using a 4.5 hook to crochet. You'll need stitch markers, a pair of scissors, tape measure, and a darning needle. So to begin, please take your um, measurements, and the measurements we are taking from one collarbone to the other collarbone. All right, for me I chained 40, and 40 is my measurements on the chest area, that is above my bust. So take measurements above your bust and then chain as long as that. All right, you can chain 40 as well. I think it's more or less universal unless you're a XXL person. So that is what we are doing now. We are chaining that, and this is how my work looks. All right, and I'm done with my chains. So we want to do the first row, which is a row of double crochets. So I decided to add 2 more chains. 1 2, skip the 2 more chains you've just added, go on the 3rd chain, and we are doing double crochets across all the stitches that you just made now. And this is how we do it, double crochets. Kindly always remember to yarn over, and then we're just working double crochets across all the stitches we just made. I will meet you at the end of this row. Right, we're at the end of the row, and this is how your work should look like. And now we want to begin the next row. Kindly chain 2, turn your work around, and we are beginning to work from this first stitch here. Where the chain 2 starts is where we put our first double crochet, and that is because we are now doing an increase. So we will be increasing at the beginning of the row and at the end of the row, and that is our first increase. We put a double crochet in the same space as the chain 2, and then we just do normal double crochets until the end. I will meet you at the end when we do our second increase. We are on the end of our work, and remember here again we are doing an increase. So go in the last stitch and do a double crochet like this, and go in with a second double crochet in the same space like that. So that is how we do the increase. To begin the next row, chain 2, turn your work around, and remember we are increasing again. So go in the same space as chain 2 and make a double crochet, and then we will make double crochets across all the stitches that you have. And please remember to also increase at the end. And remember, we're just doing 2 double crochets in the same stitch in the beginning of the row and the end of the row, because that's how we do the increases. We want our work to go all the way to the back area, so you have to increase from your bust going all the way until it reaches your back area. So we are increasing in each stitch in the beginning of the row and the end of the row. That's what I mean, until your work perfectly fits you around your waist. Okay, so let's do this. I will meet you at the end of the row. Remember, increasing at the end and the beginning of your work. In the middle, normal double crochets. I will meet you at the end of your work. So this is how far I have worked. My work is now 9 inches. This is my measurement from my bust, top bust area until my waist. Okay, and this is all the way to 16.5 inches. Okay, and this will fit perfectly my waist area. Remember, this is only the front part that is 16. My waist area is 29. Okay, so we are going to add a few inches for it to go all the way to the back. Okay, so to do that, please do not cut off your yarn. Just continue with normal stitches. Here we're just going to do chains like this, and these chains should be equivalent to your waist measurement. So if you take this front panel that you have and together with these chains that you're doing, it should be equals to your waist measurements. I hope you understand this. So now I'm just chaining a few more chains. So when I add these chains to this front panel, it will be equals to 28. Remember, I have 16, which is my front panel, so I have to add only few chains at the back to make it 28, which will fit me on the waist area. All right, so this is how far my work is, and we are going to measure this to see if it perfectly fits me in the waist area. So as I said earlier, my waist measurement is 28. So let's see how far this is. So this is 13 by 2 is 26, but I think this is gonna stretch, so it's more or less 13.5. so this is going to fit me perfectly. As you can see, it stretches really more, so it reaches 14 by 2 is 28. This will be perfect for my waist. Now once you are sure of that, we are going to join your work at this end here like this using a slip stitch. So take your work and go to the end here and join it using a slip stitch like this. Okay, once it's done, chain 1 and you're going to cut off your yarn. But before you cut off your yarn, please measure your work again and make sure these chains are straight. Okay, please just make sure it's straight, then you can cut off your yarn and then fasten your work properly. Okay, so this is how your work should look as per now. Then you need to find the middle part of your work. Take your measurement again, and we are finding the middle of our work, and the middle of our work is right here. So take your stitch marker and place it at the middle here. We are placing the stitch marker at the chains that we just did now, because now we start working the bottom of our work, and we will be turning here at the stitch marker, which is the back area. All right, so we're going to rejoin your work, and we are rejoining your work at the stitch marker. So make a slip knot like this and then rejoin your work here at the stitch marker using a slip stitch like this, and then we're just going to do now a row of double crochets. All right, so we're just doing a row of double crochets all round, and I'll meet you here. So first you chain 3, then you yarn over and then just do a row of you do a row of double crochets, and I'll meet you here at the end here. Hey guys, I'm at the end of my work, and at the end here we just join your work on top of chain 3 using a slip stitch like this. And then now we want to start working on the middle pattern, so you chain 3 again, 1 2 3. And to work on the pattern we're doing shell stitches, so go in the same stitch as this chain 3, in the same space as chain 3, and do a double crochet like that. Remember, chain 3 acts as a stitch, all right? And then chain 2, yarn over, go in the same space where we put the double crochet and chain 2, and do a double crochet like this, and another double crochet in the same space, sorry, like this. So this is how your work should look, okay? And then chain 3, 1 2 3, yarn over, skip the next 3 stitches, 1 2 3. On the 4th stitch make a double crochet like this, then you yarn over, go in the same space, make another double crochet like this, chain 2, yarn over, go in the same space, make a 3rd double crochet and a 4th double crochet in the same space. Then you chain 3, yarn over, skip 3 stitches, 1 2 3. On the 4th stitch go in with a double crochet like this, do another double crochet like this, chain 2, yarn over, do a 3rd double crochet in the same space and a 4th double crochet in the same space. So this is how we are going to work. So you chain 3 again, and it's a repetition of the same pattern all round. I will meet you at the end of this first row. Okay, we are at the end of the row, and at the end here I have a few stitches left, so just go skip the stitches left, go on top of chain 3 like this and make a slip stitch like this, okay? And then sorry, let's repeat that. So go on top of chain 3, make a slip stitch. Why is it so hard? But here we go. And then go on top of the first double crochet we did and also make a 2nd slip stitch like this, all right? And then you chain 3. That's how we close the row, by making a slip stitch on top of chain 3 and also on the double crochet. So once you chain 3, go in the space and make a double crochet, and this is how we begin the next row. So after the 2nd double crochet, chain 2, make 2 more double crochets inside the space like this, and that's how we make our first shell here. Then you chain 3, yarn over, then now it's easier, you'll be going in this chain 2 space, make a double crochet, another double crochet, chain 2, a double crochet and another double crochet, right? And always remember to chain 3, then go in the next space, make 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 3, go in the chain 2 space, make 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. I hope this is clear, and we are going to work like this until only 5 rows. After the 5 rows we will meet again and we measure our work. If it fits our hips measurements, we will begin the next stitch, okay? Please just make 5 rows, or you can make 3 rows or only 2 rows. We're just giving a little style at the waist area. If 5 is too much for you, you can make 2, or can also make 1. It depends if you want your lower back to be so low. Okay, so let's meet once you're done with this pattern in the middle here. Okay, I'm at the end of the row, and let's repeat this again. So at the end of the row here, you chain 3 as I had chained earlier, but my stitches are quite weak, so let's repeat this. Chain 3, and then at the end here we go on top of chain 3 on top like this, and join your work using a slip stitch like this. Then go on top of the first double crochet that you did like this, and join again using a slip stitch. After the slip stitch, kindly chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and please remember the chain 3 acts as a stitch. So yarn over, go in the first, go in this space and do a double crochet like this. This is the space here, so do a double crochet. So chain 2, 1, 2, go in the same space again, do a second double crochet and a third double crochet. Then you chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, go in the next space, which is this here, do a double crochet, another double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, go in the third double crochet and a fourth double crochet. So I'm hoping this is clear. I will meet you once you're done with this. I went ahead and finished 5 rows and also just did a normal row of double crochets. Once you finish your work, just go ahead and do normal rows of double crochets, because now we want to cover our back area, that is the ass, the buttocks. Okay, so to cover the buttocks, we do normal rows of double crochets, and that I'm sure you know how to do. And kindly remember, this shell stitch pattern increases your work, so please measure your work, and if it fits your hips measurements, the better. So my hips measurement is 41 by 2 is 22, and you can see my work has been stretched all the way to 23. I did not do normal increases, it's the shell stitches that did that. So once the double crochet covers your buttocks area and a bit higher, you can change your hook to bigger size if you want, and then do another row of shell stitches at the bottom to just give your work more vibe. Okay, but you can just continue with normal double crochets if you want, all the way to where you want your work to reach. But I did another row of shell stitches at the bottom, and this is how we make this beautiful dress. I hope it's clear. I hope you enjoyed this, and then please go ahead and make the straps, and that's it. Very simple tutorial. I'm hoping you enjoyed it. Kindly again subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. In case of any questions, write to me on the comment sections, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.